Hello students, again I welcome you all on our e-learning platform and will continue this online lecture for BCCA 6th sem and the subject is CLSP. Now in our earlier lectures we are on the verge of our unit 2 and now we will almost finish in one or two lectures for unit 2. Okay, whereas in this unit 2 we have seen whether it is started from the incorporation, how the company is incorporated, and it ends with winding down. Means how the company is closed down, what is the procedure for winding up, or how, because winding up is on the last stage where the company has to be dissolved or company has to be closed up. But in this case, we will see what is, rather we have covered the different steps or different stages of incorporation. Then we have seen how the promoters, who are the originators of every business, their role, okay, the duties, their liabilities, everything we have covered. Then we have seen the different documents which are necessary for the incorporation of the company, like memorandum of association, articles, and prospectus. Okay, which company required prospectus, okay, why there is a need of issue of prospectus, everything we have seen, rather the different types of prospectus also we have gone through. Today we will discuss about what is amalgamation, what is merger, and what is demerger. Correct? So we will start with merger of company. Means first we need to see what is merger. So merger means combination, combining, blending, or bringing together. Okay, what is merging means bringing, and being a student of this BCCA, computer application, you better know merging means what? Means combining or joining together. Now here, in case of merger of company, it means merger of assets and liabilities. Okay, merger of assets and liabilities of companies into another existing company. For example, Radha Associates, this is a existing company. Okay, now the other company, which is known as, maybe a single company, maybe a two company will get merged and that will be joined, that will be combined in the existing firm. Okay, that is Radha Associates we are discussing. For example, we are taking Radha Associates, and there is one other company which is known as Mira company, okay, or Mira Associates. Now Mira Associates wants to merge, or the process of merging in Radha Associates or Mira Associates, means everything, assets and liabilities of the Mira company will get merged in existing company, and which is that existing company? Radha Associates. So this is all. And see, in case of company or in case of operations of the business, nothing is compulsory. Once the company is incorporated, then merger is not compulsory, amalgamation is not compulsory, demerger is also not compulsory. But these are the concepts which you must aware about. What is merging, what is amalgamating, or what is demerging. And for that reason, these topics are covered in your syllabus. So merger means, a merger is a voluntary fusion. Means the word voluntary means not compulsory. Okay, a merger is the voluntary fusion. Okay, fusion means binding two things. Okay, combining two different cultures. Here, in case of companies, fusion means joining two companies or more than one company. So a merger is a voluntary fusion of two companies on broadly equal terms into one new legal entity. Okay, means owner may be same and he has operated, or he is operating two or three different companies, then he can merge his another two companies in a single entity, and he will work only in one company. Okay, that will be called as a new legal entity. So Merger means merger of assets and liabilities of a company into another existing company. So merger takes place when any company transfers all its assets and liabilities to other existing company. Okay, the transferor company. Transferor means the company who is transferring, who is joining into, merging into another company. Okay, that is transferor. The transferor company is absorbed into that existing company. Okay, the transferor company loses its existence once the company gets merged. So the company which is merging, then its existence gets finished. Okay, that company do not exist in future. So the transferor company loses its existence. Okay, and the transferee means the company in which the it is merging. Okay, so transferee company survives. Okay, the example which we have taken, Radha Associates. Radha Associates is an existing company and Bira Associates is getting merged into Radha. So the existence of Mira Associates will be completely vanished, will be completely what you say, stop. Okay, there will be no existence of Mira Associates. Only Radha Associates is the new legal entity, is the new legal business which is merged. Okay, so the merged company, the transferor company was Mira. Now Mira is transferred, Mira is merged in Radha. Now there is no existence of Mira, only Radha Associates is in existence. Okay, got the point? So merger of the transferor company loses its existence and the transferee company survives. However, all the undertakings and the plants of the transferor company may continue to operate independently with the absorbing of transferring company. You just need to understand what is merger. Again, a merger is a corporate strategy to combine with another company and operate as a single legal entity. Correct? The companies agreeing to mergers are typically equals in terms of size and scale of operations. So, merger of assets and liabilities of a company into another existing company. Merger takes place when the transferred company transfers all its assets and liabilities to transferee company, and that transferee company is existing company. And now from here onwards, okay, from the date of merging, the existing company will only have a perpetual succession. It means it will have a continuous existence. The company which is merged, now it loses its existence. Correct? So this is what is merger. A merger describes two firms of approximately the same size that join forces to move forward as a single new entity rather than remain separately owned and operated. Okay, this action is known as merger of equals. A company merger is when two companies combine to form a new company. Then companies merge to expand their market share, diversify products, reduce risk and competition, and increase profit. Why this is done? Why the businessman wants to merge their company into another company? To expand their market share, diversify the products, okay, reduces the business risk and competition, and increase the profit. For these reasons, for diversifying product, for reducing the risks and competition in the market, and to increase the profits, businessmen are merging their existing company or their running company into the another merged company. So the company which is transferor, that transferor company loses its existence and transferee company is now in existence and it operates each and every business activity, and that existing company is now running all its business operations. Correct? So why do companies merge? So why there is a necessity, or why the businessman wants to merge their company into another company? The merger are the great way of two companies with unique experience and expertise to come together and form one business that is more profitable than the two entities were on their own. Instead of running two entities, okay, there may be two friends. Now these two friends are running their own business, but due to some reason, due to reduce the risk or maybe they are having good relationship with each other. They want to increase the profit by coming together. By coming together means they want to do the business with at their own risk, means and to avoid that own risk they are coming together, and these two company will form a one company. Okay, when there were two business legal entities, now they want to come together and form a new company, so one has to get merged into another. Okay, so the company which is merged, the merger company is known as transferor company. Now transferor company gets merged into transferee company, and that transferee company is now called as a new company, and that company will only handle the business unit. So there are several reasons why two companies might want to merge. Sometimes it is out of convenience, okay, at other times it is out of necessity, maybe sometimes there is a necessity to come together, maybe sometimes the reason is for the convenience. Regardless of the specifics, the goal of merger is to take advantage of opportunities in the marketplace that benefit both businesses. Just now I have said two friends are there, okay, instead of spending money on the salaries of the employees, instead of grabbing the market separately, what they do, they come together. Okay, they stand their own business. They, the two entities get combined together, they get plugged together, and now single new entity is in existence. So now what is the advantage of this merging? Because they are saving manpower, they are saving their finance, at the same time they are getting ready-made market to sell their products. So these are the reasons, some reasons for the merger, and that is why company gets merging or company gets merged into another company and start a new legal entity. So instead of two business, there will be only one business. Okay, this is what is merger. Now we will see amalgamation and demerger. So amalgamation and demerger. Now we have seen merger. Okay, how merger takes place or why there is a need or what is the reason behind merger. Now amalgamation. Now these are the two relevant terms that are used in business sectors. The business field uses these terms often to update the status of status of corporate. Now amalgamation. Meaning of amalgamation. What do you mean by amalgamation? Amalgamation is the combination of companies to become a single large company. Now in merger, two similar scale companies, two similar scale operating businesses are combined together. But in amalgamation, the combination of companies to become a single large company. Okay, instead of doing small businesses, instead of opening different firms, the businessmen, okay, they come together and construct a new large company. When two or more companies are blended with a few companies, all blended companies lose their existence for the sake of new company. Amalgamation is also called a merger by formation of new company. It is also a kind of merger. Okay, see what is the difference between amalgamation and merger. Okay, when two or more companies are blending together, okay, or blended with a new company, and only the difference between for a opening of large scale business, single large scale company, the amalgamation is taken place. So amalgamation takes place when two or more companies form a new company and diffuse their existence in it. In other words, two or more companies are blended with few companies. All blended companies lose their existence in favor of new company. All the blended companies transfer their assets and liabilities to a new blending company. So amalgamation is also called blending, combination, plugging together, coming together, okay, joining together. So amalgamation is also called a merger by formation of new company. So this is what is amalgamation. But generally in practical, okay, in real business world, what happens, merger are taking places instead of amalgamation. So Rather, the businessmen want to merge their company, because merging means similar scale companies are getting merged into another company. But in amalgamation, it is the combination of companies to become a single large company. Okay. In amalgamation, generally there are more than two companies or three companies are combining or blending together, and all the blended companies lose their existence for the sake of new company. So generally in practice, merger is taking places rather than amalgamation. Now, what is demerger? Demerger of company means subdividing the company in smaller companies or splitting up of the company into more than one company. So, demerger is undertaken basically for two reasons. First, it is for the purpose of corporate reconstructing, and second one is the family partition in case of family owned business. Now, why the business is split or why the business is divided? Generally, you will find when there are big enterprises, big entrepreneurs, okay, generally in Sindhi families, in Gujarati families, or the persons who are having the business since last 7 to 8, what we call it as their uh, families, okay, their the business is running since decades, maybe 5 decades, 10 decades, or 12 decades. Okay, they are running their business. Okay, their father, their forefather, okay, all of them are running the businesses. Now, because the business is expanded at a large scale, so it is not possible to handle that single business. So, in case of family business, in case of the big entrepreneurs like Ambani or what is called Tata, Birla, these people, what they are doing, they are demerging. It means they are merging, they are separating their businesses from the existing business, and that separated business, that demerged business is what you say, given or is handed over to maybe a son, or maybe what you call the brother, maybe a father. So these people, they are taking over the business. That business is demerged or detached from the existing company. So in case of, means if the company wants to increase their status, or they want to make the business as a corporate business, so corporate reconstructing is the one reason, and second reason is family partition in case of family owned business. So the people who are the big entrepreneurs, okay, they are running their business since 5 to 10 decades, and it is not possible to do the same business. So they are demerging, they are splitting and dividing their business units and making the one single business, the one business, one company into a son name, on the name of son, or on the name of daughter, or on the name of a son-in-law, okay, daughter-in-law. So in that cases, what they are doing, they are splitting the business and they are dividing their businesses. That is what is demerger. So there are two revenue related terms used by corporates. Amalgamation is a process where the assets of the two or more companies get joined with another company, which may be or may not be included in the set of formerly addressed companies. So demerging is the process where some of the assets of the company are acquired by another company. ये क्या है? What is demerger? What we can call it as single part is detached from the existing company, and that single part is called as demerged, means they have separated, they have divided or subdivided. Okay, maybe it's a one unit, maybe a one single manufacturing plant, they are demerging or they are separating from the existing plant. So what can be the difference between amalgamation and demerger? The difference between amalgamation and demerger is that amalgamation, the merging companies sell all their existing properties to the company that buys them. In demerger arrangements, only some part of some of their rights, such as undertaking, are transferred to another company. So, amalgamation and demerger. Now we will come up to winding up. What is the meaning of winding up? So, winding up means what? Closing down the business. So, now see, winding up, dissolution, these are the terms which are generally used by the company. सो वाइंड करना, कोई भी चीज को क्लोज करना, वाइंडिंग अप करना, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? वाइंडिंग अप इज अ प्रोसेस बाय विच द डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ अ कंपनी इज ब्रॉट अबाउट। द प्रोसेस इज कैरिड आउट बाय अ लिक्विडेटर। He is appointed to realize the assets, pay the debts of the company out of the assets so realized, and to distribute the surplus, if any, among the members of the company. But before that, the winding up of company is the process by which company's assets are collected and sold in order to pay off debts, following which it is formally dissolved and ceases to exist. It happens due to the excess of debt, due to the unavailability of money, due to lack of finance. The companies, the incorporated companies, are on the verge of winding up. And when the time of winding up comes, because the business is not properly managed, the persons, the board of directors, the managers, the managing directors, okay, they are not capable of handling the business, or maybe the reason that business is running in loss, and due to that loss, companies liabilities are increased. Okay, they have to pay the debts off, they have to pay lot of interest. Okay, they have to pay the persons from whom they have taken the loan, or maybe the financial institutions, maybe the creditors. So in that case, they are trying hard to run the companies, but at certain point, at one point, they have to close down, they have to wind their business, they have to close their business. Okay, so the winding up of the company is a process by which a company's assets are collected and sold in order to pay off the debts, following which it is formally dissolved and ceases to exist. Means its existence gets closed, it ceases. Ceases means finishes. Okay, finishes its existence. Okay, what is winding up or liquidation of company? The winding up or liquidation of company is the process by which company's assets are collected and sold in order to pay its debts, because the debts are so much in excess that the company cannot exist. They are not even able to pay the salaries of their employees. They are not in situation to pay the electricity bill, to pay the interest amount on loan. So in that case, deliberately they have to take the decision of winding up. So any money is remaining after all debts, expenses and costs have been paid off are distributed amongst the shareholders of the company. When the winding up has been completed, the company is formally dissolved and it ceases to exist. Means that existence gets closed, that existence gets wound up. So broadly speaking, a company can be wind up or wound up in one of two ways. A court can compulsorily wind up a company. Okay, it means the court has to interfere in case of compulsory winding up. And second is, the shareholders or the creditors of the company can themselves apply to wind up the company in proceedings known as voluntary winding up. The following is a brief overview of compulsory. So compulsory winding up under section 272 of Companies Act, the petition for winding up of a company can be initiated. There are certain grounds upon which a company can be wound up compulsorily by the court. A company inability to pay its debts is a common reason or a common ground for presenting an application for compulsory winding up. Okay, when the compulsory winding up takes place, when the company is not in a position, means the company is unable to pay its debts, is the most common reason for the compulsory winding. When voluntary winding up is a company takes place by mutual agreements of the members of the company. Voluntary winding up may take place either by passing a special resolution or by passing an ordinary resolution by the members as a result of expiry of its time period as fixed by the articles of association or completion of the project or event for which it was constituted. Once the reason for which the company was executed, the company was incorporated, has been over, has been completed, or the company may be the here articles of association or completion of the project. Generally, it happens in case of road projects or in highway authorities. Once the big project of 5 years or 7 years or 8 years has been completed, then there is no need of existence of that company. Then that comes under voluntary winding. Okay, so after completion of the project, there is no need of continuing that business unit. So that winding up has to take place. That comes under voluntary winding. Correct? Here we will complete our winding up, amalgamation, merger and demerger. In next coming lecture, we will see what is the role of liquidator, official liquidator, okay, or why, what are the liabilities in case of winding up of the company. Thank you.